Funko recently announced a brand new wave of Star Wars Funko Pops, and man, we have a lot to talk about. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So if you don't know me at all, or if this is your first time tuning into our channel, I am a massive Star Wars collector and I am very passionate about Star Wars. And we have a lot of Star Wars Funko news that we definitely need to talk about. So Funko recently announced a wave 2 of the Book of Boba Fett Funko Pops. And at first glance, there are some cool ones, but we need to break them down and talk about each one very quickly individually to get a pulse on the problem with Funko and Star Wars. So without further ado, let's jump into the first pop. So the first one that we're going to talk about right here is Cad Bane. This is the third version of Cad Bane that we are getting in Funko Pop form. This one is specifically based off of him showing up at the end of the Book of Boba Fett. Now we have gotten 2 Cad Bane Pops before, the first one coming in San Diego Comic-Con of 2018. The second one we got for New York Comic-Con of 2021. And that one actually features Todo 360, which I thought was a really nice touch. Personally, I love the OG Cad Bane, but now we have this new common Cad Bane, and why would anybody go out and spend big money on a con exclusive when they can just get this basic one from their local GameStop for probably $11? Moving on to Krrstan. This is Krrstan's second Funko Pop. He did get one for San Diego Comic-Con this summer, and it happened to be flocked, and it looked awesome. And lo and behold, now here we are only a few months later, and we have a common Krrstantan Funko Pop to go along with it. Now, I think a lot of people, once again, are going to turn towards this one instead of shelling out a lot of money for the con exclusive. Luckily, the con exclusive isn't going for a lot of money. I do give props to Funko, though, for at least giving this one a little bit of a mold change. He is holding the heavy weapon and is in a little bit different of a pose. Not much, but a little bit different as a, compared to Cad Bane, where he's just standing there and not really much going on. The next one we have is the Major Domo. Now, this is actually the first version of Funko Pop for this character, so that is always welcome anytime they can make a brand new character, especially in the Star Wars universe in Funko Pop form. I am all about that. There are so many characters that need to be made into Star Wars Funko Pops, and we will touch on that again later in the video. The next pop that we have here is Luke holding Grogu. Now, this is another Funko Pop where somebody is holding Grogu. Grogu really doesn't have to walk very far these days, as somebody is pretty much always willing to pick him up. Also, this is not the first time that we've gotten a Luke Skywalker holding a Grogu. We have gotten a regular one as well as that pink Valentine's Day version. We do not have enough time to discuss all the issues with that. But there's also another version of Luke Skywalker where he's holding Yoda. So Luke Skywalker has also been known to carry the entire Yoda species here on his back. And I guess it's his mission to carry the entire species. So Yaddle, you better watch out. Luke is going to pick you up at some point. I really think that this was an unnecessary pop to add in, and it sort of just highlights the problem that we had with the Book of Boba Fett, where a lot of the storyline featured Luke Skywalker and Grogu, and in my opinion took away from Boba Fett's character arc. The next pop that we have here is Grogu with the knob, and this one by far is the one that is the laziest variant. There are so many Grogu Pops, there are so many child Pops. We did not need another one, and we definitely did not need another one where he was chasing or holding the control knob. This is actually the 4th version of the child or Grogu chasing after the control knob, as there's 3 other versions of him doing a very similar thing. So we all get it, he had the obsession with the control knob, but Funko, we really didn't need that many versions of this in Funko Pop form. The next one we have is a very lazy Mandalorian, as it is the Mandalorian with pouch. And they've made a lot of great Mandalorian pops, in my opinion, and this one is not one of them. Ironically, in this wave, you will also notice that there is no Boba Fett pop, and that's because they did actually release the Boba Fett pops a while back, In particular, the one that I like the most is Boba Fett on the throne with Fennec Shan. In my opinion, that is the best one, and that includes all the pops included in this wave. The next and final pop from this wave is Little Grogu with the Rancor, and this is a giant deluxe pop. And personally, this is the only one that I will be adding to my Star Wars collection. I think it makes perfect sense. It comes from a pivotal moment at the end of the Book of Boba Fett Disney Plus series, and I think this was definitely warranted having a Funko Pop showcasing this particular scene. So I'll give Funko 2 thumbs up for this one, even though it is very big and I anticipate it's going to take up a lot of real estate on my Star Wars shelves. I am definitely getting it because it does feature the Rancor, and there's not many Rancor pops. But unfortunately, the Grogus do not stop there, as we are getting a ton of other Grogu pops, all connected to the upcoming Macy's Day Parade. There's going to be yet another Grogu Float Deluxe pop, as well as several t-shirts and even a hoodie. But honestly, my question here is, Funko, where does it end? Obviously, Grogu is a huge seller. It's a major focal point of the recent Star Wars universe, and I know it sells a lot of items and collectibles and apparel, but at some point it has to end. As a diehard Star Wars collector, I would rather have 50 different characters displayed proudly on my shelf than 50 versions of one character. But I want to hear everyone's thoughts down in the comments section below. Would you like to see more variations, more diverse representation from a lot of different characters in the Star Wars universe? Or are you excited about the constant Grogu drops, and are you going to be adding any of the future Grogus to your collection? I definitely want to hear everybody's thoughts. But overall, I really think Funko owes it to Star Wars fans and collectors to do better and to make other characters. For instance, we just got the Tales of the Jedi animated series over on Disney Plus. I would love to see a Jedi Yaddle pop. I would also love to see a young Jedi Dooku pop. I just feel like there's so many other characters out there that deserve to be represented in Funko Pop form, and they're really missing out, and collectors are definitely missing out because Funko constantly keeps recreating the same 15 characters in different Funko Pop variants. However, I do have a little piece of good news, as it looks like there could potentially be some hope on the horizon. And there is a rumor going around right now that there is some sort of Mandalorian mystery box that is going to be exclusive to GameStop. It could be a Black Friday mystery box like they've done in the past, although this year it is rumored to be Mandalorian themed, and it could contain one of the few of these Funko Pops that have been leaked. There has been pictures swirling around the internet as well as eBay, and those pops include the Jetpack Death Watch Mandalorian, which is a really nice one. I would love to add this one to my collection. There's also a Casca Reeves that has been leaked. Not sure how she is going to drop, but I would love to add this one to my collection. If you recall, she was one of the Night Owls from Mandalorian Season 2, right alongside Bo-Katan. And the other pop that has been leaked is the Mudhorn Battle Mandalorian. This one also looks pretty cool with all the mud splattered over his helmet and his armor. Once again, a very welcomed variant because it is from a specific scene in the show, and I definitely would like to add that one to my collection. If you guys want to find out more news about these Star Wars Mandalorian mystery boxes, make sure you're subscribed, because as soon as we find out, we will definitely pass that knowledge on to you guys. And also make sure you're subscribed to our channel if you are a Star Wars fan at all. We do cover a lot of Star Wars content here on the channel, and we're always trying to give you guys a heads up on everything going on. But guys, since it is Monday, it is time for our weekly Monday motivation segment. Every single Monday, we like to give you guys a little bit of motivation to kickstart your week or help you get through the toughest day of the week, which is, of course, Monday. Everybody hates Mondays, including myself. But today's Monday motivation comes with a very important topic, as there's been a lot of talk of this around the community, and a lot of people have constantly been asking me over the last few days my thoughts and opinions on the current situation with the Funko stock. So here we go, guys. Here is my thoughts. So the Funko stock has unfortunately dropped a little bit lower than a lot of analysts have predicted. Their profits came up a little bit shorter than expected. However, I truly believe that this is not a time to worry or freak out, as collectors, we just have to focus on our own collections and everything that we have going on with ourselves. Funko is a massive company, and every single company has highs and lows, and I really have no doubt that Funko is going to rebound from this. They're going to learn from their mistakes that they've made this year. Everybody makes mistakes, and I have no doubt that next year they're going to come back even stronger, even bigger, with a lot of different stuff, and hopefully better stuff, especially in the Star Wars realm. And I fully expect to see that stock rebound at some point and go back up. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I do not have any Funko stock of my own, but as a bystander and a fellow collector, I just want to encourage everyone not to worry. Don't give into the negative hype and all the news that Funko is dying or anything like that. I'm still holding on to all my stuff. I know plenty of people who are still going after a lot of big pieces, a lot of stuff for their collection. So Funko is not going anywhere, and I just wanted to pass that along to everybody, even if you are worried in the slightest. I've been in the Funko Pop community for almost 10 years now, and I've seen a lot of fluctuations, a lot of ebbs and flows, but the company has weathered a lot of storms, and I'm very proud to be a part of the community, even in the small way that we are. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. Let me know your thoughts overall on Star Wars Funko Pops down in the comments section below. I truly believe that Funko owes us a little bit more and can definitely do a little better in that department. So with that being said, guys, don't stop shooting until you score, and we'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. for our weekly auction.